Hello and welcome to a new video. Now, as you can see, it's a mystery parcel. Now, I did part one of this unboxing with the first video, which would be Justice League on Blu-ray. Now, this was a two-set package from Music Magpie. They were doing a deal. It's two Blu-rays for £3. Individually, the Blu-rays would have been $1.99. I do own the movies already, but I have them as steelbooks, and basically, I'm with particular key steelbooks, I'm trying to do my best to preserve them, to protect them. So that's why I've gone out and bought, as cheap as I can, the normal Blu-ray versions of these particular movies. So without further ado, we shall get this Blu-ray out, which I'm thinking I know what it is. Yep. And it's of Captain America, the First Avenger. Now this movie came out in 2011. Now, I know for some fans this movie was a bit of a mixed bag. I absolutely loved Captain America. I must be one of the only ones that's really positive about it. And Chris Evans obviously is no stranger to playing superheroes. Obviously, he played Johnny Storm in the Fantastic Four movie and the sequel. So obviously seeing him can play a completely different character, and he was born to play this role of Captain America, Steve Rogers. The movie was directed by Joel Johnston, who, if I remember, he directed The Rocketeer. It was produced by Kevin Feige, and the screenplay was written by Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFlee, if I'm not butchering his name. And the movie starred Chris Evans, Tommy Lee Jones, Hugo Weaving, Haley Artwell, Sebastian Stan, Dominic Cooper, Toby Jones, Neil McDinnon, Derek Luke, and Stanley Tucci. And the music is by Alan Silvestri. That name will sound familiar because Alan Silvestri did the music on The Predator and the Back to the Future trilogy. And the movie was released at the Captain Theatre, the El Capitan Theatre, on July 19th, 2011. That's so long ago. And July 22nd, 2011 in the United States. Runtime of the movie is 124 hours. 124 hours. I should be so lucky. 124 minutes. So it's over 2 hours and 4 minutes. It was made on a budget of 140 to $216.7 million. And it was a box office of $370.6 million. The funny thing is that I distinctly remember the box office being a lot more than that when you consider how much the budget was. Again, I will show you the steelbook that I've got, which I've done a video on this already on my channel. And this is the steelbook, which as you can see, preserved in the plastic. Now, this one I got from a site called Zavvi. And at the time, I got it in a sale for £5, would you believe it or not? And which had free delivery. Luckily, it was damaged because they were notorious for having spine slashes on the actual spine of the actual steelbooks. And again, as I said before, I think there is a video on my channel where I showcase in detail the actual steelbook. If I haven't, then we'll do that on a future video. But again, as I said, I thought it was a great, the effects were great when they show Chris Evans as the skinny Steve Rogers. It does look a bit weird. And then obviously they gave him the serum to make him taller and stronger. I thought the effects were kind of great. Again, I thought Hugo Weaving as the Red Skull. I absolutely loved that. Now, my only complaint about the movie is we don't see enough of the group. I think they're called I don't know if they're called the Howling Commandos. I think that's what they're called. I'm trying to double check because I want to make sure that I've got this right. But I do remember them being that. Yeah, I was actually, just to make sure, the Howling Commandos. And the biggest issue that I have with the actual movie is, obviously it's set in a certain time period. I think it's the Second World War. And my biggest complaint is obviously after we see him as the poster boy of Captain America, instead of seeing him in battles with the Howling Commandos in fighting, we only see like brief montage of him and the Howling Commandos fighting, and we don't see enough of them together. And that's my biggest. It's a similar thing that they did with the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, where we see him as Spider-Man first saving people. We don't actually see him really doing it. We only see brief montages of Spider-Man saving people, and it's a similar thing with Captain America: The First Avenger. And I would have loved to have seen a lot more of the Captain America and the Howling Commandos interacting with each other, and obviously fighting one alongside another. And we don't get enough of that, only as montages, as I've said multiple times. And that's my only real complaint about it. A lot of people, I know a lot of people have mixed feelings on it. And obviously with the sequel, which was Captain America: Winter Soldier, which was the creme de, which for me was my favorite Captain America movies as of now, where they did that as more of a spy thriller with Captain America. But yeah, I think I'm in the minority of people that actually really like the first Avenger. I absolutely loved it, and again, as I said, it was part of a deal where it was for £2 for £3. So that and Justice League would have been £1.99 each, so it would have been £4, and so it ends up being a pound cheaper, or it's £1.50 if you want to be pragmatic about it. But again, I got it because I wanted to preserve my steelbook of the actual movie. And this is the 3D version of it, which I've got it access to play 3D, but I don't have a 3D TV, and I don't think 3D's I think they're kind of done with that format now anyway. So I don't know how many discs that this is gonna be on. That's gonna be interesting. I can hear the dish rattling around, so hopefully there isn't any damage to the actual the actual Blu-ray disc itself. And yeah, it does say here that it's 2 discs. So the first disc is a Blu-ray 3D disc, and the second disc is the standard Blu-ray. And it says Captain America leads the fight for freedom to the acclaim packed blockbuster starring Chris Evans as the ultimate weapon against evil when a terrifying force threatens everyone across the globe. The world's greatest soldier rages war on the evil Hydra organization led by the villainous Red Skull, played by Hugo Weaving, and the Matrix. And critics and audiences alike salute Captain America: The First Avenger to the best superhero movie of the year, and according to Box Office magazine. Can't see any features on there, which is kind of a bit weird. Oh, it does it. Yeah, there's some. It says disc 1 Blu-ray 3D disc, which is the feature film in 3D. Disc 2 is the Blu-ray with the feature film. Marvel one shot. A funny thing happened to me on the way. Thor's Hammer HD. The Assembly Begins HD. 6 featurettes HD. Deleted scenes HD, and documentary by director Joel Johnston, director of photography Shelley Johnson, and editor Jeffrey Ford. So we got that there. There's no, because especially with the UK Disney distribution of Blu-rays, they don't put no artwork on their Blu-ray disc, which is disappointing. We've got the first disc, obviously, which is the 3D. Let's have a quick look at the condition of it. Looks in pretty much brand new condition. And then we've got the second Blu-ray disc, which is the 2D disc. Again, in good condition there. And the actual casing itself is in great condition, so there's no damages or cracks. Funnily enough, right, they did sell as part of that free 2 for £3 the normal Blu-ray of this, which is the one disc, but it was exactly the same price and the same part of the deal, so I just went with the 3D one with the extra disc, which doesn't really make any difference because I'm never going to use that disc. But I only got it because the fact, although it was the same price, that the artwork was a little different. Because the artwork on the normal one disc was exactly the same artwork that was on the Blu-ray steelbook. But overall, I suppose great film, and I'm looking forward to rewatching them again. Actually, so I'm actually one step closer to completing my. Although I already had this anyway as a blue steelbook, but I just need a couple more Marvel movies to complete my collection until they start releasing the next phase of the movies on Blu-ray. So this is Captain America: The First Avenger on Blu-ray. Anyway, I hope people enjoyed this video. Please feel free to share your friends and family. Also, you can give this video a thumbs up. I would highly appreciate that. That will allow people to find my YouTube channel and content. This is because of the YouTube algorithms favor the bigger YouTubers, so their channel and content get advertised on YouTube recommendation page. So it'd be nice to find some new subscribers, considering me being a small YouTube creator. So it'd be nice to find some new subscribers. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please consider subscribing if you want to see stuff like this, whether it's Blu-ray unboxings, Blu-ray steelbook unboxings, my Blu-ray and Blu-ray steelbook collection, my DVD limited edition collection. Also, I did a video on the VHS movie of Back to the Future, which was obviously VHS was the format before DVD, and I went and talked about my history with the VHS format and the memories of Back to the Future 1. I will be doing Back to the Future Part 2 on VHS as well, as well as Back to the Future Part 3 on VHS, and giving you my history on those two movies. And those three movies were donated to me by a friend of mine. So again, a big thank you to them. I also do video game unboxings, video game playthroughs, comic books, whether or not they're new. And I've recently been reading the Absolute series by DC Comics, absolutely been enjoying it. And I've been showing those videos on YouTube as well. My comic book collection, which I've been collecting for the last few decades. Comic book graphic novels, comic book figures and statues. If you haven't already, please check out my Superboy Prime unboxing video from McFarlane Toys. Absolutely fantastic figure, really detailed. If you're also a Superboy, Superman fan, DC, or a comic book fan, highly recommend checking out that video, even picking it up. I do have some other figures that I got from Christmas, January sale, previous January sales, previous Christmases, previous birthdays, and even some figures that for statues that were donated to me from a friend of mine, and it'll be DC and Marvel. And I've recently picked up a new figure from the McFarlane range as of the April the 15th when I got that. So that's another figure to add to the collection to unbox. So again, that's sort of one reason to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, we do clothing pickups, food and drink reviews, beauty products, whether it's body washes, shower gels, aftershave, bath salts, anything to do with beauty, and whether it's if it's a reasonable price. Movie and TV show reviews and recommendations, food and drink reviews, I think I've already said. Art books, which you would have seen the Black Panther Wakanda, and the art and making of Pacific Rim Uprising. Again, both fantastic art books. Again, the videos on my channel. I've got more art books which I got from previous Christmases, previous January in sales, the Christmas just gone, and the previous January, and some other art books that I've been collecting over the years, mostly James Bond ones. And the art books that will be showcasing old and new will be video game, movie, and TV show related. I also do gadgets, memorabilia, and it was the memorabilia will be Back to the Future related. Also do accessories which are for mobile phones, consoles, laptops, anything like that. I've also done appliance unboxing, would have been a microwave, a carpet cleaner, and a vacuum cleaner as well. And I will be doing follow-up reviews on the carpet cleaner and the vacuum cleaner as well. The microwave, no point because you probably know what a microwave does. I do a monthly vlog, which tells you what I've been up to for the past month, what I'll be up to next month. Rant videos, YouTube shorts as well. I think what else what I do. But yeah, there's a lot, and DIY stuff as well, with products that I that I find. I also have pre-ordered the Switch 2, which hopefully that order will go through, and then hopefully in early June we should be doing a video on that, an unboxing video of the Switch 2, and there'll be lots of videos doing comparisons, comparing the Switch 2 to the Switch 1, so which I've done with previous other consoles as well. So fingers crossed we should have this Switch 2 to unbox in the next couple of months or so. Well, obviously because we're in early, well, halfway through April anyway, so we're nearly there in getting the Switch 2, so fingers crossed and that goes through. That for me will be my late birthday present, because my birthday's in May and the Switch comes out in June, so it'll be a late birthday present, so it's a little treat for myself for Christmas, birthday. So again, it's gonna be much more other content on my channel, and yeah, there's been lots of content coming up for the next weeks, months, and throughout the rest of 2025, and possibly even early 2026 as well. So please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Christmas for 2023, we hit 500 subs. Early 2024, we hit 600, and as of the 60th of April, we've hit over 800 YouTube subscribers. Again, thank you to all the subscribers, old and new, who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate all of you. Hopefully you're enjoying the content. If there's any questions you want to ask about a particular product, then please feel free to ask me. Again, without you guys, the channel wouldn't be where it is. So whether you're a long-time subscriber or you haven't subscribed yet, or you're a newly subscribed to my channel, I appreciate all of you. Hopefully we can get to 900 subscribers, and then the big target for me is 1,000 subscribers. So again, thank you to all of you who subscribe to my channel, and I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I also live stream on Twitch. It's the same name as to find me on there. It's the same name as my YouTube name. Just add the numbers 76. If you still can't find it, I will leave the link in the description box, so you can give me a follow on there. I don't have a set schedule, mainly because of my busy personal life, so there's lots of things to do, and also health issues, so it's really hard to have a tied down set schedule when I live stream on Twitch. If the video games don't have copyright claim music, I tend to export them to YouTube. But again, please give me a follow on Twitch. On a rare occasion, I do live stream on YouTube. Again, it'll be casual gaming, so it'll be beat 'em up, shoot 'em ups, platform games, sports games, things like that. Even if you do miss the live streams, the videos will be kept up. But it will be nice to get some live viewers when I do live stream. So hit that notification bell in the off chance I do live stream. But again, as I say, if you can't make it, then you can watch the videos will be kept up, so you can watch it when you have the free time to do so, or you choose to do so. Anyway, just leaves me to say, wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, and I will speak to you again in the next video. Bye for now.